Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Today I'm going to go ahead and try the Kirkland roast beef and beef broth, of course from Costco. As you saw on one of my last Costco hauls, I bought about, I think it was 4 of these 4-packs on someone's recommendation because they said it's really good. So I noticed that when I was at Costco looking at these, I really like their ingredients. It has, in case you can't see it, beef with beef broth, salt, modified food starch, and sodium phosphate. All right, these are 12-ounce cans. Pretty pricey when you break it down to what you're paying per pound for the meat. Comes out to about $4.60 a pound. It's somewhat competitive to what you can buy fresh beef for, but really not for what I can buy the frozen meat at the commissary, which comes out to usually around $2.50 a pound. However, also take into consideration that in addition to paying for it, you have to take the time and spend the energy on canning it. However, it does still come out cheaper when you do it that way. This is an easy way to stock up on your proteins, and I just want to see what it's like so I can let you guys know what it's like in case any of you are interested in going to Costco's and picking some up. So what I'm going to do real quick, I'm going to tell you guys what the nutritional facts are, the nutritional information, and we're looking at 4 servings, roughly 4 servings, with about 80 calories per serving, 15 calories from fat, 1.5 grams of fat, 0.5 grams of saturated fat, 40 milligrams of cholesterol, 180 milligrams of sodium, which is really not that bad. And then we're looking at 15 grams of protein. So that's pretty good. This one can has about 60 grams of protein. That's a pretty good deal for that. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. All I'm going to do with this, ladies and gentlemen, is I don't have a recipe for it. I want to warm it up and put it over some rice that I'm cooking right now, just to see what it's like on its own with nothing at all added. That way, if the time came where we ever have to just eat this either out of the can or just the way it is over some rice, we'll know exactly what it's like. And we can also later on experiment with some recipes to see what kinds of things we can store in order to make it better. Now, most of us probably already have the spices and dehydrated or freeze-dried vegetables that we would like to eat with meats, but it's always good to experiment. One thing that I kind of like about these packs is that they came with a little bundle of recipes. This is something that you want to leave on your cans and take a look at what the ingredients for the recipes are. That way, you can try them out, and if you like them, you can stock up on those ingredients as well. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the cans. I'm going to show you what it looks like inside. Then I'm going to heat it up and get it ready for my rice. Well, let's see what it looks like. A little bit of fat on top of the lid. And this is what it looks like. Let me see if I can aim the camera down a little bit so you guys can see it well. It just looks like processed meat. Well, not really processed, but pressure cooked meat. The chunks look like they're really nice and big. So let's take a look at the other one. I'll tell you what, this looks like some really good quality meat in there. You can see the chunks are nice and big. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the pan and then heat it up and get it ready for our rice. All right, let's go ahead and put it in our pan. I'll tell you what, that looks really good, ladies and gentlemen. Here's our second one. I almost want to add a little bit more beef broth in there, but I'm going to go ahead and cook it as is. So we'll be back as soon as our rice is done and this is heated up really good. I'm not going to taste it or anything. I'm going to wait till everything is done and we're ready to eat. Now, ladies and gentlemen, while we're waiting for the rice and the meat to get done, I wanted to show you a little trick, or a little kitchen hack, I guess you could say. So you know when you do use your French press, if you do use a French press, and you pull the filter or the screen out of it, it's got a whole bunch of coffee grinds stuck to it, and then you have to wash it down the sink. Well, what I do is, in the morning, after I've had my coffee, I take it out, and it's full of coffee grinds all over it. Then I go ahead and stand it like this. And then by the time that I get home from work, all of the coffee grounds are really dry. And then all I do is I go to the garbage and I go like this. I tip it on the garbage and all the coffee grinds come right off. So that's for those of you that don't like to put coffee grinds down your drains. I don't. So that's what I do, and it works really well. And as you can see, I just did it. I should have shown you what it looked like before I took it off. But I just did it, and it's almost all off. This was congested with coffee grinds. And that's your little AP kitchen hack for the day. All right, this is done. Let's go ahead and plate this up. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it looks like. It's pretty plain looking. As you can see, I put a little broth down there, but it does smell really good. I haven't tried it yet, so first I'm going to try a little piece of meat on its own, and then see what it's like when we combine it with the rice and the broth. And I'm really pretty impressed with these pieces of meat. They're pretty nice and big pieces. Well, for those of you that don't know, because you haven't tried this yet, it tastes really good. I thought it was going to need more salt because it only had about 180 or so milligrams of sodium per serving, but it's really just right. It almost tastes like, you know, it's got more of a sophisticated blend of seasoning in it, to tell you the truth, besides just salt and modified potato starch. But it tastes really, really good. I think that with the rice just on its own and the broth is going to be good. Let's give it a taste. And there's some with the rice, a little broth in the bottom, and a piece of meat. That looks really good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that makes a very good meal. You literally don't have to add anything to this. You cook yourself some rice, warm this meat up, put it over the rice, you've got a really good meal. That's about a half of a can. So you're looking at about 30 or so grams of protein in there, along with the 3 or so grams of protein that's in the rice. So not a bad, protein fix for one meal. I've heard, not 100% sure about this, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I've heard that an average adult requires at least 50 grams of protein per day in order for them not to lose too much muscle mass, or for them not to lose muscle mass, period. So for you to be able to have a meal with about 33 or so grams of protein, so quick and easy to fix, I'm sold. So I'll be buying more of this beef in a can from Costco. All right, ladies and gentlemen, well, I hope you got something out of this, especially those of you that have never tried this before. First time ever trying it, I'm pretty impressed with it. If I had to compare this to the Keystone brand, I would say that the quality is about the same. I like that this brand has bigger pieces of meat in it. This has got nicer, bigger chunks of meat in it. I like that a lot. But as far as the taste, I have to say that the taste is pretty comparable. And the price really is pretty comparable as well. Right? This might be a little bit on the pricier side than Keystone, depending on when and where you buy your Keystone beef. But it's an outstanding product as far as I'm concerned. All right, then again, ladies and gentlemen, thanks again for joining in today. I hope you guys are having a good day today. And I truly do appreciate you guys spending a little bit of your time here with me today. So remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of your families. This is Alaska Prepper, and I'm out.